dishes for Thanksgiving so we don't be overloaded because we're having 28 people. All in the living room. Look at the nice settings. Get a picture. Yeah, how do you like these plates? And then when Duane gets here, he's going to carve the turkey.
We're going to do a little showcase on that?
Yes.
Where's it going to go? Right in this plate?
It's going to go right in the big platter, right there.
Here's my brother-in-law, Duane. He's going to be the master carver today. Later on, we're going to...
Hey, everybody.
We're going to be doing some turkey carving, and we just explained how we got it set up here.
Well, presentation, especially.
Yeah, we got the presentation here. Now, how's that made?
Great. I put the juice. Sometimes you have to add, depending on the turkey, sometimes you have to add a little bit more juice. Sometimes the turkey makes a lot of juice. But what I do is I make a little mixture, equal parts of flour and butter as my thickening agent. And I'll add a little bit of chicken broth if you need to. If you don't have, I had a lot of
We don't have you mic'd, by the way. But you're getting picked up by him.
Okay.
This is just a quick
Yeah.
test anyway.
And then I just wait till it comes to a boil and then thicken it accordingly.
Oh.
And then I'll set it aside and it'll be
You do
ready to
stuff
go.
like that?
I do, yeah. I've not seen, this almost looks like a dough.
Yeah, it's actually just equal parts of butter and flour.
Ah.
You can actually, it won't make clumps. You just take a spoonful, put it in there, and
And that'll dissolve nicely?
It dissolves beautifully.
Beautiful. Usually when I do it, I'll take flour. I don't usually use butter. Just flour and or cornstarch. Mix it into like a slurry with some water.
Like a roux or
Yeah,
something?
like a roux, and yeah, slowly add it so that it doesn't clump up. Constantly whisking it until you get the consistency or the thickness that you want.
Now, where did you learn how to do your carving over the years? Did you just from over and over and over again?
Actually, I never really did do carving. It was always my grandfather and my father that did the carving of the turkey, and I think they did what most people do, you know, carve it up, chop it up, put it on a plate, and it wound up on the table, and everybody just ate it.
Learn from doing it and then make
exactly.
Refine it every year, make
Yep.
it better and better. We see on TV two different ways of everything.
I think that's where I originally, years ago, when Lisa and I had a house full for Thanksgiving, I saw somewhere, it may have been Martha Stewart, it may have been somebody on TV,
Little tips and tricks.
giving tips on how to carve a turkey, and I kind of, you know, did that and then adjusted it to the way I liked it, and
Fine-tune it.
I fine-tuned it, and, you know,
The Duane.
I kind of liked what the idea that, you know, you saw traditionally, someone would bring an entire turkey to the table, and then they would carve it at the table.
Right.
That works, I guess, when you have when you have you know, 8-10 people at the table.
Right.
But certainly when you're doing a buffet style,
Taste the gravy.
that is yummy. When you have more than 10 people, when we're going to have close to 30 people here, and you're doing a buffet style, that doesn't generally work out too well.
No.
But that said, the presentation of the whole turkey on the platter is really nice. People see that, they like that. That's mouth-watering rather than just a pile of meat.
So when we come,
But you eat with the eye first.
we with the eye.
Yes,
The eye first.
exactly.
So when we come back, we're going to be seeing a big change here in this household. See,
Oh,
right
yes.
now it's as you can see. We'll do another pan around. This is very empty and quiet. This is another presentation Duane has done here. And are these real?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Wow, they
With
almost
a pumpkin squash.
Yep.
look pumpkin. So that's all real. That's not bought from any local box stores. So, but as you can see, it's kind of empty. And when we come back, we will be back with the
Wait.
the masterful carvings of Duane Mayo, my brother-in-law.
Wait, tell them who our special guest is going to be.
Oh, Nani.
Yes, our special guest is, of course, our Nani, who is 108 years old. And She will be ecstatic to be here with all the family gathered. She'll even be more ecstatic to know that we're not using paper dishes.
Can we show these? Can we show these already?
Do a nice little close-up.
Compliments of Duane.
Compliments of Duane here.
Not paper.
No paper.
No paper. No paper plates. So
Folks, we'll be back with the masterful carvings of Duane, and hopefully everything's going to go smooth. You know, we'll see you back here in a little bit.
it'll go smooth.
Okay, turkey's done. Duane, you ready?
We're ready. Wow, look at that.
Put this.
Right here is good. Here is our turkey, prepared by Lisa. It's got a funky little turkey leg holder here that we have to disconnect. Help! I don't know how to do that. Okay.
Okay, what do we
All
got?
yours.
This is the cutting of the turkey, the Jiffy Pop.
Thanksgiving turkey.
The Jiffy
The
Pop
Jiffy
turkey.
Pops.
Indeed. So folks, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be showing you how to carve a turkey and have a nice presentation that you could bring to the table. Basically, we're going to start by having a very sharp carving knife. It'll be very important, particularly when we get to the breast and we want to slice things nice and smoothly. So we're going to start by disconnecting the legs from the turkey.
Is that usually easy after you cook it and all that to get it to pop out?
It is. You'll notice that it's the leg itself is coming off while the remainder of the thigh is staying on, which is what we want. We don't want the whole thing removed. And we're going to arrange everything onto the platter so that when it's done, it looks like a turkey that is whole that would have been presented at the table. We'll get both of these off of there. This turkey is perfectly done. Notice how golden brown the skin is. That means that all the juices of the turkey have been kept perfectly inside. I'm going to remove the wings and put them at the top part of the platter.
So it's going to look like a whole turkey.
It's going to look like a turkey, yes. So after we've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to work around the thigh area to remove the dark meat.
There goes the guards. Now, is this something that you could do with one knife? You don't necessarily need to have multiple tools.
You don't, no. The more things that you tend to have in your way, the more risk there is for accidental stabbing, or you want to obviously not do that. So as you can see, we're pulling the dark meat out of the carcass. And we're going to slice it into, slice on the diagonal into some various pieces.
These are all going to be in a position on the plate.
What we're going to do is we're going to arrange all the dark meat at the bottom of the platter. It's essentially where it's coming from, off of the turkey. We're really rearranging the turkey back onto the plate as it was.
it.
It is. It is.
I don't think we've ever done this all these years, you know, with
Well,
our family here and you, and you know, I don't know if we ever did it this way.
I've done this a few times, but no, I don't think we've ever had everybody
Never
together.
I don't think we ever addressed and made a big
No.
display of it. But it's nice. It's a nice thing to look at.
Well, it kind of gives people an option as to what they can do when they're preparing to serve a turkey. As I explained earlier, a lot of folks traditionally bring the turkey to the table, and they'll go ahead and carve it as their guests are seated at the table
And put it in
and serve it right to the plate.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, the dark meat.
the dark.
As you're having a sit-down dinner, you can do that if you so desire. But you can also do it this way too, and you can get the same effect without having all of this mess at the dinner table. It can be already done, and still you have that nice presentation, which when we're all finished here, you're going to see looks very much like that. So sometimes you have to dig a little bit around here to make sure you get all that.
It's a beautiful looking turkey.
Yeah, this is a nice turkey. It's full of meat. Like I said earlier, that nice golden crust on the outside has pretty well ensured that all the meat on the inside is nice and juicy.
Does it look juicy?
It is juicy. Yummy juicy.
This is our little crowd that are
They are
waiting. There's Ronnie, Christopher's, everybody waiting for everybody coming out of the woodwork now.
Smell the food.
So as you can see, this is a 23-pound turkey. Is that correct, Lisa?
23 pounds.
As you can see, this is producing already a lot of meat. For the dark meat, which is usually the far lesser proportion on the meat of a turkey,
Looks juicy.
or even a chicken if you're doing chicken.
Looks awful juicy too. Oh, juicy.
So now what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to take and we're going to run the knife right down the middle of the top. And what we're going to do is we're going to peel back the skin from the breast.
And this is something that I didn't know that you were going to do, which is a little.
As we do this, we're going to begin to reveal some of the preparation that Lisa made when she was getting the turkey ready. So we're going to peel this off and we're going to kind of set it aside here as neatly as we can.
And you're doing that for a reason.
For a reason, which we'll see in a few moments. Then we're going to take and we're going to run the knife right down through the edge of the breast, and we're going to, Lisa, can you help me stabilize this while
Oh
we're,
yeah, because we didn't
yes,
have a
likes
cutting
to
board.
slide
We didn't
slide
have a
around.
cutting
We're
board
doing
as
it-
big as this.
Doing it like most people probably will try. Nothing too fancy with the cutting board situation.
So we're going to remove the breast, and we're going to put it on the cutting board, and then we're going to slice the slices.
See how thick people can see how you're doing. Not too thick, not too.
Yeah, we don't want them real thick. We do have a lot of guests today, so we want to make sure everybody gets turkey. But thick turkey sometimes can be a little much to chew. You like it a little on the thinner side, but as Tony said, not too thin. You don't want it to fall apart when it gets to the plate.
Right.
And this is a beautiful turkey breast, folks. This has been cooked perfectly. You want it to slice and stand up like this, not completely fall apart.
It probably gets a little hard to keep it like that when you get down to the small areas there, but you can
yeah.
see the difference, you know. From the
So once we do that, we're going to take the knife and we're going to slide it right under there. And then we're going to lift the breast and we're going to move it right over.
and that's the one side. There's
And there we have one side of the turkey. And we'll take all of these nice little crumbs here, fill in there. Now we're going to do the other side. There's our-
Again,
and
that's
we're going to
what
take this piece of skin and we're going to lay it right over the top of the
That's why
turkey.
you did that.
Yep. This part here we can pull off. We don't want that. Just want the skin. And what that helps do is that helps keep the heat into the breast as well as liven up the presentation a little bit.
And you're basically doing repeat number 2.
Repeat, yep. It can be a little tricky at times to get it to disconnect.
Now, do you cut on the bottom? I can't remember if you did it on the other side. You cut, you do horizontal and vertically cuts. You're going up and down there, and then you're going to do a side cut, or is it just kind of come right?
No, it should come right off.
But if you have to, you can cut.
You can, yes. Yep.
Come to the man and we didn't know who sent it. And then
And we're going to do the same procedure on this one here.
it was really good one there, and then
We'll speed this up on the video
Yeah.
then we find out it was my coat.
with the fast music.
That's nice. Hi, honey bunny. Happy Thanksgiving
How's your
Day.
mother?
You too.
How's your mother?
All right.
I've been thinking about it. She's all my-
No,
Nice job.
she's going to
Oh my gosh, it's so neat.
get her out. Yeah.
Very neat.
Back around, and we're going to
Now this one here is a little messier, so it might lose a little bit in the transport. We'll do it quick.
do good.
Very nice.
And already I'm seeing a turkey.
Starting to see it.
Beautiful.
So now we're going to take the other piece of skin. I'm going to put it over that.
I'll eat that whole
And-
piece of skin.
Yum. So then we're going to examine quick and see if there's anything else here that we wanted to, add on. We don't want to waste.
What about what I put in there?
We're going to use that. Oh yes. If we noticed, we didn't stuff our turkey with traditional stuffing. We have Aunt Dawn who usually makes our stuffing for us, and
Delicious.
this year is no different. So we have a variety of fruits and vegetables in here which add a great deal of flavor to the overall composure of the turkey when it's all done. So we're going to take these items, but first we're going to decorate the platter a little bit so that we can get a little bit of color on the plate. Lisa,
Yes.
what am I working with here?
Radicchio.
We have some radicchio leaves. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put these around the edge of the platter. They're going to act as a bed for the garnishment that we're going to put around.
Pretty purple.
It's going to really liven up the plate a little bit.
Oh, you didn't introduce your helper today.
My helper is Lisa, the wonderful chef who has created this magnificent bird. No, not my lovely wife, my lovely sister-in-law.
Many Lisas are not.
Those are from the garden.
Homegrown.
Already I'm seeing the color.
Very
So as you can see, it starts to really come alive.
Looks beautiful.
Not really alive. Because
No.
the turkey's
And I'm going to put a few sprigs of rosemary and a few sprigs of thyme and some sage. Great fall spices that go into the flavors for Thanksgiving that we're all so fond of and love. And lastly, we're going to slice up some slices of orange. Be careful when you're slicing stuff and you have greasy fingers.
Yeah.
It's very easy to have an accident. You don't want that.
Orange just makes it nice.
There we have it, folks.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Very nice. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
So, people, from our family to yours, happy Thanksgiving. Salute.